Welcome to the lecture series of Basic Electrical Engineering. Today we are having the lecture 5 and I am Dr. Richa Sharma, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Punjabi University, Patiala. Today in this video I will discuss with you the common DC circuit terms, the typical DC circuit and the classification of electrical networks. First of all, I would like to discuss the common DC circuit theory terms, the terms which are used in DC circuits. The first one is, what do you mean by a circuit? Circuit is a closed loop conducting path in which an electrical current flows. Path. A path is a single line of connecting elements or sources. Node. A node is a junction, connection or terminal within a circuit where two or more circuit elements are connected or joined together, giving a connection point between two or more branches. A node is indicated by a dot. Branch. A branch is a single or group of components such as resistors or a source which are connected between two nodes. A loop. Loop is a simple closed path in a circuit in which no circuit element or node is encountered more than once. Mesh. A mesh is a single closed loop series path that does not contain any other path. Mesh is a kind of loop which has no loop inside it. It is to be remembered that all meshes are also loops, but all loops are not meshes. All the terms are discussed in the diagram. Here, this diagram shows a circuit, DC circuit, in which we are having resistances and a voltage source. First of all, the node. When the different components here as shown in the figure, resistance R1, R3 and R2 are connecting at this point. So this becomes a node. Similarly, resistance R3, R5 and R4 are connected at this point. This becomes a node. So we are having these two nodes in this circuit. Similarly, the resistance R2 and R8 are meeting at this point. This is another node of the circuit. Similarly, this is another node of the circuit. So next is path. Path means the single branch. For example, this is the component between the two nodes. For example, this is node 1, this is node 2, between these two this is R3. So this is one branch, this is another branch, this is another branch. So a a circuit is having a number of branches. For example, in this circuit we are having branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4, branch 5, branch 6, branch 7 and branch 8. So different components are having different branches. Then loop. Loop is a closed path and each component is considered once in a closed loop and it is considered in a clockwise direction. So in this circuit we are having four loops. One is this loop in this circuit in which R1, R2 and V is considered. Second loop in which R3, R4, R8 and R2 are considered, and next in which R5, R6, R7, R4 are considered, and another loop in which all outer resistances are considered, in which R1, R2, R1, R3, R5, R6, R7, R8 are considered. So a loop, what is the difference between a loop and a mesh? Loop is considered to be a mesh, but in a mesh there is no loop inside. Means if in this diagram we are having four loops but we are having only three meshes, this loop is considered as mesh, this loop is considered as mesh, this loop is considered as mesh, but the outer loop is not considered as mesh because this consists of the inner loops also. So there are 4 loops and 3 meshes. So here I described the terms node, branch, loop, mesh. Next, classification of electrical networks. How electrical networks are classified? First of all, we are having active networks and passive networks. Based on the energy source, they are considered as active network or passive. Active networks are a circuit which contains a source of energy is called active network. An energy source may be voltage or current source. As shown in the figure, we are having the voltage source and we are having the current source. Active network can have the voltage source or can have the current source. As in the previous diagram, in this we are having the voltage source, so this is a active network. If this part is not the part of circuit, the rest of the circuit is called passive network. If voltage source is not connected, then it becomes the passive network. So passive network is a circuit which contains no energy source is called passive. It considered only the passive components, resistors, inductors and capacitors. The combination of these makes a passive network. In passive network, we are not having voltage source or current source. Next classification is bilateral network and unilateral network. Bilateral networks are a circuit whose characteristics behavior is same irrespective of the direction of the current through various elements of it is called bilateral network. Network consisting only resistances is good example of bilateral network. Means that the bilateral network is that network in which the flow of current is in both the directions. So the circuits which are having resistances, inductances and capacitances are considered as bidirectional or bilateral networks. As in the previous, here we are having the resistances, so this is a bilateral network. So then the unilateral network. Unilateral network is that in which the current is flowing in the one direction. The definition of this is that a circuit whose operation behavior is dependent on the direction of the current through various elements is called unilateral network. The circuit consisting diodes which allow flow of current only in one direction is a good example of unilateral circuit. The diode, we know that in the diode the current is unidirectional, current flow in the unidirection, as well as in the transistors the flow of the current is unidirectional. So transistors and diodes are considered in unilateral networks. Next classification is linear network and non-linear network. A circuit or network whose parameters, that is elements like resistance, inductance and capacitances, are always constant irrespective of the change in time, voltage, temperature, etc., is known as a linear network. The Ohm's law can be applied to such networks. The mathematical equations of such networks can be obtained by using the law of superposition. The networks who follows the linear graph, who are having the linear relationship between the voltage and the current, are known as linear networks. Who are not following the linear graph, the relationship between voltage and current is non-linear, they are considered as non-linear networks. As the definition of non-linear network is a circuit whose parameters change either their values with change in time, temperature, voltage, is known as non-linear networks. The Ohm's law may not be applied to such networks. In linear networks, the Ohm's law is to be followed, but in non-linear networks, Ohm laws Ohm's law is not applied. So next classification is lumped networks and distributed networks. A network in which all the network elements are physically separable is known as lumped networks. Most of the electric networks are lumped networks. For example, as shown in the figure, the lumped network is that in which each component of the circuit is separate out. For example, in this circuit I am having the resistance and the capacitance. I can separate the value, separate out the resistance as well as the capacitance. I can separately measure the value of resistance and capacitances. So where we separate out the components of this network is known as lumped network. Distributed network is that a network in which the circuit elements like resistance, inductances cannot be physically separable for analysis purposes is called distributed network. The best example of such a network is a transmission line where resistance, inductance and capacitances of a transmission line are distributed all along its length and cannot be shown as a separate element anywhere in the circuit. So according to the definition of distributed network, this is the diagram of distributed network. This shows a transmission line. In transmission line we are having the different designings. Here we are having the resistances and capacitances connecting in a pi connection. So if we want to separate out these components, we cannot separate it out. We have to measure all the values collectively. So distributed networks, in the distributed networks we cannot separate out the elements of the circuit. So the best example of distributed network is the transmission lines in which all the components are calculated together. So this is about the classification of electrical networks in which we discussed active networks, passive networks, bilateral networks, unilateral networks, linear networks, nonlinear networks, lumped networks and distributed networks. Next is power in a resistive circuit. The total amount of power in a series parallel resistive circuit is equal to the sum of powers in each resistor in series. P total power is equals to P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus Pn. We know that P is equals to voltage into current. Power is equals to voltage into current. The amount of power in a resistor is important. The power rating of the resistor must be high enough to handle the expected power in the circuit. Voltage source in series. When two or more voltage sources are in series, the total voltage is equal to the algebraic sum of the individual voltage sources. As shown in this figure, we are having the three voltage sources, V1, V2 and V3. Each is having the value 1.5 volt. So these are connecting in the as shown in the diagram, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. The positive of this is connecting to the negative and positive of this is connecting to the negative. So this is a series combination. So the total voltage is the summation of all three voltages. So total is 4.5 volt. But if in the second diagram as shown, the connections are different. This is negative positive and this is positive negative, and again this is negative positive. These two are opposite to each other, so these two are cut down and we are left only with 1.5 volt. So in series voltage source we are having the algebraic sum of the individual voltage sources. So a component are said to be connected together in series if the same current flows through all the components. In series, the same current is flowing through all the components. Components are said to be connected together in parallel if they have the same voltage applied across them. So in parallel we are having the same voltage source, and in series we are having the same current values. So this is all about the series voltage source and power in resistive circuits. So this is all about the today's lecture. If you like my videos, do subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.